And now to Oyo State, where the state government says constitutionally all lands in the state belong to the state government, urging the federal government to ensure that all lands under its ownership within the state are put to use as soon as possible or risk being reclaimed by the state. The Oyo State Commissioner for Lands and Urban Development, William Akinfumilayo, said this during a press conference while reacting to a paid announcement by the federal government warning individuals and entities to steer clear of certain lands. There is more in this report.
The 1978 Nigerian Land Use Act stipulates that all land within a state belongs to the state government. However, a subtle dispute appears to be brewing between the Oyo State government and the federal government over the ownership and use of certain lands in the state. Recently, the federal government, through a paid publication, warned members of the public against the purchase of specific government-owned properties in Oyo State, emphasizing that the assets are not for sale. Following the development, the Oyo State government convened a press conference to clarify issues surrounding the affected properties. The state government explained that some of the lands had been revoked after investigations revealed that their owners had abandoned them for years, allowing them to become hideouts for criminal activities and posing security threats to nearby communities.
So we are the one that used CFO to assist them in 1983. However, they operated for some years and later abandoned the site for over 20 solid years. And thereafter, we received a lot of complaints that after the abandonment, the place has become a jungle for miscreants. After the initial service of our intention to revoke the certificate of occupancy, and nothing was forthcoming from their hand, the state government revoked the certificate of occupancy given to us in September 2020.
The Commissioner for Lands and Housing further urged the federal government to put its properties, such as those located in Shaki and parts of Ibadan, into productive use, warning that failure to do so could lead to their revocation.
We should not forget the fact that Shaki shares boundary with the Republic of Benin and Kwara State. And we know the security challenges we're having in Kwara now. So I'm using this as an opportunity to Federal Ministry of Housing and Urban Development to quickly put this undeveloped land, which has been there for pretty over 40 years, to use, or we'll take it over and put it to better use.
The Oyo State government maintained that while it respects the constitutional rights of the federal government, it will not hesitate to reclaim any abandoned or unutilized land that threatens public safety. Olaide Oyewole, TVC News, Ibadan.
Let's talk politics. The lingering leadership crisis within the Adamawa State chapter of the African Democratic Congress has taken a new twist following the inauguration of two different transitional committees by the party's organs. While the Northeast Zonal Working Committee of the ADC, led by David Lawal, dissolved the existing state executive and installed a new transitional team, another group of party leaders has raised concerns about the process, saying it was done without proper consultation. Our correspondent Jesse Daniel has more in this report.
The internal wrangling within the Adamawa State chapter of the African Democratic Congress came to a head after the Northeast Zonal Working Committee set up a panel to investigate the leadership crisis that has stalled the party for months. Following the panel's support, the committee dissolved the state executive and inaugurated a new transitional working committee headed by Ibrahim Dassen, a former lawmaker. Prominent figures in the ADC at the inauguration include the former governor Jibrila Bindo, former Senator Isha Kwabo, former ADC governorship candidate Abdulaziz Inyako, and the zonal organizing secretary Baba Chilawal. Party officials say the move is necessary to rebuild confidence, reconcile aggrieved members, and reposition the party for better performance in upcoming elections.
We have decided as a people to put aside our own personal interests, to put aside our own personal ambitions. We decided to put aside our own personal interests in the interest of the party, in the interest of democracy in Nigeria.
However, in a separate development, another group within the African Democratic Congress led by the Assistant National Organizing Secretary, Umar Bello, faulted the inauguration process, saying the Zonal Organizing Secretary failed to carry along other officers of the party The group emphasized that the decision to set up a new leadership structure should have followed broader consultation in line with the party's constitution. Consequently, the group announced the formation of a 44-man interim committee chaired by Saidu Kumsri to oversee the affairs of the party in the state, pending the conduct of fresh congresses in the next 6 months.
Unfortunately, Engineer B. Dilawan, the zonal chairman, without any consultation, forwarded the report to the committee for our review. Instead, he single-handedly received the report alone, reviewed it on its own, and write a recommendation to the National Working Committee without allowing any member of the Zonal Working Committee to be part of it. As the result of uncoordinated and unethical behavior of Engineer B. Dilawan, claiming to be doing so on behalf of the party at both the zonal and national level, purportedly approved by the National Working Committee and neck of our great party. That claim was not true.
Despite the disagreement, stakeholders across both divides have continued to express commitment to the ideals of the ADC, raising hopes that dialogue and reconciliation will soon bring lasting peace to the party in Adamawa State. GC Daniel, TVC News, Yola.